Hi everyone, we're at the end of a busy day, and before this video started, I wanted to thank everyone. I wanted to thank all the subscribers for the support I got in the last year of creating videos. It's a special moment and a milestone for me because today is episode number 100 of renovating a boutique hotel property. And if you go back all the way, I had no experience with recording, no experience with editing, nothing. So I had no experience driving tractors, no experience cutting trees and stuff. But I learned so much over the last year, and YouTube has been a big part of my life in the last 2 years. So I wanted to thank all the subscribers. We're getting close to 500 subscribers, and I'm super excited to continue doing this for the next at least 2 years. Finalize this renovation and then hopefully go on other projects. But thank you again, and enjoy the movie. Hello everyone. I just came back from the bank. Today is kind of a busy day because it's a shorter week on property and a lot of stuff going on. So deposited some checks for the company. This morning I had a cool chat with a branding company out of, I thought it was New York, but it's actually Missouri, the Midwest. And it was a good day. They do multiple companies in the hospitality around the globe. So, I wanted to get a proposal in from them and a quote. Then I had the gardener over too. I showed her the whole property. Hopefully future to connect them with Zach so that we have somebody full-time, And, today we are getting ready to start prepping for the events we have coming up. Since I'm working out with the other restaurants, I have my team taking care of multiple things. We're going to the attic as well. And we're working on the video about the spring that's gonna come out later today. So let's go. Okay guys, we are getting ready for the event on Saturday. And I know there's a place on property that we never really spent much time there yet. And I know there's a lot of stuff there. So we're going to the attic of a 1785 building and see what's up there. I haven't encountered any ghosts here yet, but who knows? Let's go. Okay, we're here on the second floor where 3 beautiful suites will be. And then this is a staircase to go up to the attic. It's a really big, large size attic, and a lot of storage is still there. We never really spent time there yet, but that will be a full day or maybe 2 to take everything down, because the construction team will gonna have to work there. A lot of heating stuff is up there, so some items might be replaced and go to find another spot. So, but yeah, let's go and see what's going on there. It is a steep staircase, and there's not much light either, but it is a big... Oh, there is light. I was like, is there a fan on here or something? Because I hear the fan, it's the rain. Let's go. Okay, we don't need this one, but put it here. So as you can hear, it's raining. It is a metal roof that we have, and it's been on there for a while. Basically, John Chumley, when he was on the property, the manor house was boarded up. And as I read in articles in the archives, they had 4 children. They didn't have time to take on a renovation project for this building, but what they wanted to do was to preserve it. That was in the 60s, So they made sure that they were able to put a new roof over it so that the rain couldn't damage the rest of the building. And as you can see, there's some parts of the roof, the woodwork has been here many, many, many years, like probably going back to the 1700s. You can see the chimneys, the fireplaces from downstairs. These are the walls here, and they are brick and they are stud, as you can see, away from each other. This one is kind of at an angle. These wooden bars are holding the brickwork together. There must be a massive amount of weight to make sure that the fireplace ended up in the roof evenly with the in symmetry basically. But the angle that they had to take to go there is kind of very crazy. But this staircase goes into the roof, so there's actually a gap that that goes into the roof. When we had home inspection here in the beginning, when we bought the property, the inspectors actually went up the roof, and so it's pretty interesting as well. That staircase really looks old. The wooden bars look really old as well, and probably dates back to the late 1700s. It is a large space, and in the renovation 1999, they had a lot of the heating systems up here and the AC units and stuff. So we had some issues there. 20 years old, 30 years old almost. So we're gonna have to replace some items, but and then yeah, we still have a lot of stuff here that we need to discover what's going on. I see a lot of porcelain from the hotel, a lot of wax pots like ramekins and stuff. So wanted to check it out and see what's up here. So let's go. Oh my gosh, we have so much glassware here. Why do we rent stuff? Seriously? See, we don't even need to buy anything. We're renting stuff, and I found like champagne flutes right here. So it's gonna be a project for a while, but you know, it's been raining so many days these days that it's actually a nice job to do right now. So, and with the event coming up as well and doing the catering that we're doing, it's good to see what we have and we don't have to purchase. So let's go. So in 1995 is when the Meyer family started renovating this building. Even the Chumley family renovated the roof. That was even then 40, 50 years old. So the Meyer family decided to renovate the whole manor house. And so a lot of stuff that is still here, the owner in between the Meyers and us kind of kept everything in the same place. They didn't really run this place for many years. So I think a lot of these items are still part of the ownership that renovated in 1995. So I see a lot of things here. I see a lot of glassware that have never been unboxed, a lot of kitchen stuff that is still here. And there might be some antiques too that we find that has been here for years that nobody opened boxes. I see a hotel linen over there. And yeah, and one of my guys found something nice here, and I wanna. There's some historical parts here, and I don't know the value of it, but there's a little bit of many things here. Books, the American Revolution. The initial administration established under the laws of the United States announces this issuance of, find a detailed sculpture plate portraiting. So there's a booklet of something here, and then we actually found this as well, but let me look it up. It's the American plate collection here. So this is from the Revolutionary War. So I can, and I don't know exactly where it is from, but the Battle of Concord Bridge, 1775. Knowing that this house was built 10 years later, It's an official symbol of the United States of America 200th anniversary. So that's a pretty neat thing with a certificate of authenticity. 0031 registered serial number, signed by William Crook, I think. Certified November 1st, 1976. For the Franklin Mint, William F. Crick, Vice President, Collectors Relations. So pretty unique. If somebody knows about this, let us know. It looks like we have a second one here and a third one. So this is a different one here at a different emblem. Bonhomme Richard defeats Serapis, 1779. That's only 6 years before this house was built. And I'm sure this is from later. It's like certified May 25th, 1977. So that's 50. It's like 40, yeah, between 40 and 50 years old. It's pretty unique. And then we have another one here. Revolution Initial plate collection. So it's basically a plate collection of the... We're definitely gonna have those in the Chumley house and the Manor house. So this is great. So this is just by opening one box, so who knows what's here, right? I'm gonna close those. And before the construction starts in September, these items need to be, this whole attic basically needs to be removed. I mean, need to be emptied. And then we find other cool things like this little rabbit, or whatever it is, playing a, how do you call that?
Harmonica?
Harmonica.
I think that's a turkey.
That's what?
Turkey.
It's a turkey, one of the wild turkeys around property. But yeah, a lot of these things are probably from the ownership from like when it's the fall decorations and stuff like that. I can see fall tables, you know, so they probably do a lot of importance. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting to see what's up here, but there's all that stuff here. Oop. Oh my gosh, look. We don't have to buy teapots for the next 5 years. We have 2 cases full of teapots here, brand new, never used. This one, we almost passed by this without noticing, but there's actually an old bin sitting here. There's some really cool stuff. I think this is probably more old stuff here, old bottles. You see, there's a lot of old glass bottles and stuff there. So yeah, we just, I mean, we almost passed by it, but we found an old antique. It says an oil bin on there. Let me see here. Moke. Can't fully read anymore, but it says security oil for family. Standard oil company, probably. So we can research that and see what that is, but this looks old to me, and it's I'm sure it's not fake stuff. Now we see a lot of old glassware, so we're gonna do a few episodes of emptying this room and see what we can find, and you know, hopefully we find a few more treasures here. So let's go. So we, you know, that's kind of why we came here for. There's a lot of material here that, you know, we can reuse for catering and events. For the new restaurant, of course, we're gonna buy new platters, but this is perfect for events and stuff. So great. A lot of wine glasses, empty jars, but definitely that corner over here. Let me see what's in there. Toilet paper. Oh, maybe it's wine. No, more glasses. More glasses. Only glasses. I don't know why we buy so many glasses, but there's some old tiles here from the renovation probably. Some older doors that we can use, or at least, you know, somebody ever interested, we can sell those. These are actually nice looking doors, to be honest. It's like French. There's 3 of them. And what made me think as well, like we have shutters, window shutters, that are dating back from the Manor house, and I found them on the attic of our shed. And there's probably 17 or 18 pieces there. So there's so much work to do in the future, I tell you right now. But it's really cool. Tea bag compartments. Oh, I was gonna ask somebody to purchase this, but let's see how this looks like. That's not a tea bag compartment. Oh yeah, there is one. Ohio. This is like for the kitchen. Country collection. Like in our kitchen, this is usually where you steam kind of a fish, a whole fish in. I don't know what the purpose was of this one, but it looks like that. And then this is like for tea bags. Oh, this looks really nice actually. If it's still. So we can use that for tea time because we do tea for the events. So we might have to restore this a little bit, but it's very heavy. And that's where you put the tea bags in. It's pretty cool. Remember, it's here, okay? Of course it's missing. That's where the piece is missing. So it's falling apart, of course, but okay. Yeah. I mean, the corner that is most filled up is over there, but I think it's more like the day-to-day operation stuff, so there's probably not too much antiques in there. This, some woodwork here. It's old radiators or sides from it that we can use in the future. There's like a painting here, but to be honest, it doesn't look like any expensive. It's probably IKEA or something. Yeah. And then I see a lot of poop here from animals, so I'm gonna wait to go in that area for 4th of July. See, it's probably a lot of stuff that was used for Christmas decoration and stuff like that. So, even Lego, look. It's not sponsored, by the way. Okay. So that was it here. I mean, it's actually a really big space that, you know, because of the structure of the roof, is almost not usable for us, but I'm sure we can ask the contractor to tie this up better and really have a big storage unit here for many things, like, or maybe even an office or something. We tried to see if there was a possibility for another room in here, but yeah, it's too much. Like the weight of the roof, the bars that holds the roof, it's all important. See, this is very old because they don't even have they have the ways to, you know, the woodwork. Basically, there's a hole in here, and they took another piece of wood to use it as like a nail, a wooden nail, to have it connected to each other. And then I'm sure they did some supports in the renovation, but those look like pretty old here. So Let me go one more time around the corner and then let's go. No snake. Yeah, there's really nothing here. But I'm impressed about how a wall can just sit there the way how it is. And if you look here, see if you can see in that area where the light shines. You know, this is a chimney that comes out from there and then goes all the way this way, and it's supported by those wooden beams over there, and then goes back straight to the roof where it comes out. So as you can see there, let me shine with the light. See, so you don't see that often. That's what I think. I never saw it before, but you know. Let me see. For the front. This is a certified at the sculptured pewter plate entitled "The Battle of Concord Bridge," identified by the serial number appearing on this certificate is the fourth issuer in the American Revolution, the beneficiary. Alright, we're gonna put that back where you found it, and I'm gonna discover that, okay?